Welcome to Black History Matters 2024. This is the fourth installment of an educational series produced by the National Abolition Hall of Fame and Museum. These short educational videos are meant to provide an introduction to topics important to our understanding of Black American history, but also the larger history of the African diaspora across the Americas and the world. I'm pleased to welcome you to today's episode, Spirituality and Rhythms, Exploring Reggae and Rastafarianism. The reggae movement has its roots deeply intertwined with Rastafarianism, a spiritual and cultural movement that emerged in Jamaica during the early 20th century. Reggae, as a musical genre, became one of the most prominent expressions of Rastafarian ideology and culture. Rastafarianism originated in Jamaica during the early 20th century, emerging as a response to social, economic, and political conditions, including the legacy of slavery and colonialism. Marcus Garvey, a Jamaican activist and leader of the Pan-African movement, played a significant role in inspiring Rastafarian beliefs. Garvey's message of Black pride, self-reliance, and repatriation to Africa resonated deeply with early Rastafarians. Next, I want to cover some symbols that are often associated with Rastafarianism. First, dreadlocks and the Ital diet. Rastafarians often wear their hair in long, uncut dreadlocks as a symbol of their commitment to their faith and connection to their African roots. They also adhere to a dietary lifestyle known as the Ital diet, which emphasizes natural, unprocessed foods and abstains from consuming meat, alcohol, and other substances considered impure. They also engage a lot with marijuana, which is often referred to as ganja, which they consider to be sacred and spiritual in their medicinal properties. It's rooted in Rastafarian rituals and practices, including meditation, reasoning sessions, and communal gatherings known as reasonings. Lastly, reggae music. Reggae music plays a central role in Rastafarian culture and expression. Artists like Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny Wailer popularized Rastafarian themes and ideologies through their music, which often address social and political issues, spiritual enlightenment, and the struggle for liberation. An important figure who had a massive role in the formation of Rastafarianism is Haile Selassie I. The coronation of Haile Selassie I as Emperor of Ethiopia in 1930 became a pivotal event in the development of Rastafarianism. Many Rastafarians saw Selassie as a fulfillment of biblical prophecies, including the return of the Messiah. He was born Tafari Makonnen and was the emperor until his deposition in 1974. He is the central figure in Rastafarianism, where he is revered as, we said, the Messiah, but also typically referred to as the return of Jesus Christ or Jah incarnate. He was emperor of Ethiopia through pivotal moments like the Second World War. For example, in 1935, Italy, under the leadership of Benito Mussolini, invaded Ethiopia in what became known as the Second Italo-Ethiopian War. Despite Selassie's efforts to resist the invasion, Ethiopia was eventually occupied by Italian forces. The king then went into exile in England, where he appealed to the League of Nations for support against the Italian aggression. Selassie's titles include King of Kings and Conquering Lion of the Tribe of Judah, further reinforcing his revered status among Rastafarians. It is also important to address the emergence of reggae, which I believe is one of the main avenues through which Rastafarianism became known across the world. Reggae emerged as a distinct musical genre in Jamaica during the 1960s, evolving from earlier styles such as ska and rocksteady. The music's rhythms, lyrics, and themes reflected the experiences and struggles of Jamaica's marginalized communities, including Rastafarians. Reggae music often explores themes central to Rastafarianism, including social justice, spirituality, liberation, and repatriation to Africa. Lyrics frequently refers to biblical scriptures, Rastafarian symbology, and the struggles of the African diaspora. I also want to give a quick overview of a few individuals that were important to the proliferation of reggae and Rastafarianism. The first is Bob Marley, who is perhaps the most iconic figure associated with reggae music. He was deeply influenced by Rastafarian beliefs and incorporated them into his music, with songs like One Love, Redemption Song, and Exodus, which are emblematic of Marley's spiritual and social consciousness. Another person is Peter Tosh. He was a founding member of the Wailers alongside Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer. Peter Tosh was a staunch advocate of Rastafarianism and its principles, advocating for social justice and equality through his music. Lastly, Bunny Wailer, who was another founding member of the Wailers. His real name was actually Neville Livingston, and he played a crucial role in popularizing reggae music internationally. His solo career further solidified reggae's place on the global stage. I highly recommend you check out some audio of reggae music online, and you can always go back and look at the titles of the songs by Bob Marley and listen to those. But overall, reggae music, with its roots in Rastafarianism, transcended geographical and cultural boundaries, becoming a powerful tool for social and political change worldwide. The genre's influence can best be seen in various other music genres, including hip-hop, punk, and electronic music. Therefore, the reggae movement's connection to Rastafarianism is very profound and very central to the way that it proliferated, as well as the sounds and the messages it was trying to portray. Through its music, lyrics, and cultural influences, reggae has served as a vehicle for expressing Rastafarian beliefs and advocating for social justice on a global stage. Thank you so much for joining us today for this presentation on spirituality and rhythms, exploring reggae and Rastafarianism. On your screen, you will see a link to a Google form. This link is also available in the video description, and it will take you to a Google document where you can leave feedback about your experience with this video. Your feedback helps us plan for future events and to secure funding, so please, we appreciate it if you can take a few minutes to fill it out. Once again, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at our next presentation.